Going down, it's your boy Juicy J. Our hustle is our hustle, man. That's what you're watching right now. It's going down.
Poppin's Kendrick Lamar, my dude Rambo.
Our hustle.
Yeah. Our hustle is our hustle.
Absol. Our hustle is our hustle. Our hustle is our hustle.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Yo, back in action. Shit, I almost killed my whole setup. But yo, so I just got done finished listening to Pray for Paris. That's Westside Gunn, 1/3 of Griselda Records, the group that has somehow, some way, in the midst of all the mumble rap, which I mean, I don't. That's just what people categorize it as. So no offense to mumble rap, because I listen to a lot of it, but kind of is what it is. But nonetheless, as far as I don't want to divide the generations, but there is a division in sound and a division in lyrical output, shall we say. Let me turn this off real quick. But so the Griselda album, the new album, Westside Gunn, delivers Pray for Paris. You know, I think every group in the history of the world has had, you know, and I think this is key for any hip-hop rap group, super group, I guess you could call it, is for the sound, the tonal inflections of each of the members' voices to have some sort of differentiation between this guy, and this guy, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to really tell them apart. Now, naturally, because of that, you always have within that group of individuals somebody whose voice is, I wouldn't say lacking, but maybe less. I don't know how capable I would be of actually listening to a full project from Westside Gunn without the, you know, features and without putting people in position to ease the sharpness of his voice. And that's why you get tons of features on this. You got Tyler the Creator on this. You got Wale on this, which I think a lot of people were surprised because even just those two names alone kind of make you feel like they're kind of guiding him towards a more commercial direction. But honestly, I don't feel like Griselda is trying to become commercial. I feel like Griselda works with the people that want to work with them. And you know, unlike say what we just reviewed, which was the Baby's album, where I feel like a lot of those features were just like, maybe not label inspired, but they were definitely all in kind of the same realm, and they almost kind of seem like, well, we have to have this feature and let's just throw this feature. A lot of those, and I'm not saying they don't have a working relationship, but they just didn't seem like they were really catered towards the record. It was like, hey, I'm gonna get a feature from you. You wanna do this one? All right, cool. You know, in 2020, to be making this type of hip hop sound, you really have to have some sort of authenticity and integrity to your sound. So you're not just gonna be moving around getting features from whoever the hottest people are within your demographic group. You know, so I do feel like Griselda, whoever they got to feature on this album, was somebody who they respect and who respects them. You know, with me, Tyler the Creator, you know, I thought he produced French Toast, but he actually didn't. But he did produce one of the records later on in the album. But I thought Tyler the Creator did an excellent job of taking his style and molding it right into the style, the delivery, and the sound that Griselda has molded. Freddie Gibbs, of course, is an amazing fit to this album. I want to say Alchemist produced that record, which, you know, to have somebody like Freddie on a record like this, and you know, Wale, I think Wale is probably the only one that kind of stands out and doesn't sound as Griselda-ish within the project. Now the project is 13 records long, a lot of gritty production, of course, and then we have, you know, 3 or 4 skits, so you're actually getting about 8 or 9 records. And again, you know, I do feel like, unfortunately, within any major hip-hop group, especially a hip-hop supergroup, which is what this is, you know, I think you always have that weak link. And it's not to say that Westside Gunn can't rap and he can't, you know, he can't spit bars and he can't make records, but I do feel like, you know, when you compare him to Conway and him and Benny, he definitely is the one voice that requires the most assistance when it comes to, you know, consuming an entire project. Like a project, you know, this long with this much going on, and that's why you get all these different features and all these different things popping up. And you know, old heads are so stuck in their ways. They'll say, oh well, like, you know, there's no good new hip hop, and then you'll have a group like this break through, and then they'll go, oh well, they're trying to sound like old school hip hop. Like, make your fucking mind up, man. And then they'll be like, oh well, they're too many features, you know, and then they're trying to go commercial with the features. Man, you guys would love and have your favorite underground artist stay underground and never make a living off hip hop if it was up to your standards. As soon as one of these artists breaks through and gets a big record, because even if it is within their sound, or even if it molds a little bit into, like, you can't be hard forever. Cat Williams' voice, you can't be hard over breakfast. Like, just chill out, man. Some of these artists, you know, what's wrong with an artist having, you know, a girl record or something? Like motherfuckers ain't, you know, the same guys that'll give these artists shit about having a female directed record is the same guys that'll get on the comments and talk about something is gay, and have like super homophobic attitudes towards hip hop. So you guys have to kind of pick a side, find a little bit of balance, maybe develop who you are as a person a little bit, and kind of get past that rock. Overall, I think the Westside Gunn project is exactly what we've come to expect from Griselda, and the features allow us to kind of diversify who we're listening to and really mold the project to have a very full feeling. Like, it's a full body of work. So yeah, it may not be Benny, yeah, it may not be The Machine, but we are getting Westside Gunn, and we're getting a lot of, honestly, we're getting a lot of awesome features that we wouldn't get anywhere else. So you need to be appreciative that there's some real hip hop out there with some real lyrics, with some street shit from guys that honestly would probably bust one in you if they got a chance. So, you know, in reality, you should just be happy that you have some music that you can live vicariously in your married life and leading into your 50s with some real hip hop still, because there is real hip hop still to consume. You guys are just not trying to consume it, or you're just so stuck listening to Kool and the Gang, Rakim, and old Wu-Tang records. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's 2020. It is not 1995. So in 2020, I want to hear music from 2020. And although I can appreciate music from, you know, the stretch of hip hop's history, I'm not dwelling and I'm not forcing or asking hip hop to stay in the same realm that it has been for as long as it's been there. So with that being said, guys, Westside Gunn, Pray for Paris, available now. Griselda Records, Hip Hop Report, Rambo's Hustle. You already know what it is. Hit the subscribe button if you fuck with me. If you don't, drop a comment. Tell me I ain't shit. It don't matter to me.